try this again. How y'all doing? Happy Wednesday, my world. Happy whenever you'll see this in your world, okay? Bienvenidos a mi canal. Welcome back to my channel. If you know me, thank you so much for coming back to see it, girl. I appreciate you. If you do not recognize this face right here, my bad. My name's Latrice. Nice to meet you. And this right here is Faith by Latrice. Yes, where faith is the muscle we exercise around here. Now, let's get on into it, y'all. No dilly-dallying. You know. I have a song in my spirit this morning, and it's just so lovely. Anyways, let's jump right on into it. El tema de hoy. Keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. What am I talking about? So I read this morning in the wee early hours. My little librito. It says, okay, there's a little part and it says, generosity is a wonderful thing to exhibit during the Christmas season. But let's not confuse giving with spending, huh? Okay. One more time. Generosity is a wonderful thing to exhibit during the Christmas season. But let's not confuse giving with spending. It gave a scripture in here of 1 Timothy, but that's not the thing. That's not the ones I thought of in my mind. So I started thinking, and in Luke 10:27, is the scripture about, there are two commandments, right? The first one is to love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, all your strength, and your mind. And that second part of that is to love your neighbor as yourself. Pause. We love God first. Pause again. I know there's going to be some people who turn this on, who watch this, who see my face scrolling. Hi. And you may not believe in God. You may not believe in religion. You may not believe in faith. All the things. That's your business. Okay? Because I don't believe in religion either. I believe in having a relationship. But for the sake of this, you can, we peoples, loving God first is our first commandment. The second one is to love our neighbor as ourselves. As ourselves. What does that mean? That means I cannot love my neighbor right or at all if I do not first love myself. One more time. I cannot love my neighbor right or at all if I have not figured out how, or if I do not love myself. That means whatever, even if you think you're doing it, what you're doing isn't love. What you're doing could be people pleasing. It could be overextending yourself. It could be manipulation. It could be a number of things, but it will not be true love. All right, we're moving on. And the second passage of scripture or scriptures I thought of was Galatians. Follow me, don't get lost. Galatians chapter 6, 2 verses. One of them was verse 2, but we just gonna read 2 to 5. Bear one another's burdens and so fulfill the law of Christ. For if anyone thinks he is something when he is nothing, he deceives himself. Don't get too big-headed, huh? Okay. But let each one test his own work, and then his reason to boast will be in himself alone and not in his neighbor. Verse 5. For each one will have to bear his own load. Pause. I might have read it fast. But if you catch what I read, verse 2 and verse 5. Verse 2 says, bear one another's burdens. Verse 5 says, for each will have to bear his own load. Is the Bible contradicting itself? No. What I love about my pastor, Pastor Darius Daniels, PD, what up? He explained this so beautifully. He said the first one is describing when we bear one another's burdens, that's like it being a boulder, okay? A boulder is something too big for one person to move or to carry, right? So then if it's a boulder, then you would help your neighbor, right? If it's something too big that they can't do it alone, you give them assistance, right? Assisting them. And something they can't do by themselves. The other one for each one to bear his own load is like us having a backpack. You'd help somebody move a boulder. You're not going to help somebody hold their backpack. Huh? Okay. Whatever's your load, whatever's your true responsibility to carry, I'm not about to help you do that. Because that means I have to stop what I'm doing. I have to pause and go help you do something you don't want to do yourself. Or overextend myself and offer, here, let me do that. No, it's okay. No, let me do that. Coming out of people pleasing. Coming out of, I feel like I have to impress you. I don't know who this is for. Coming out of, I'm doing all of this extra stuff to get attention or to get X, Y, Z, fill in the blank. Keep it to yourself. What is that? What belongs to you? I just got a beautiful revelation last night and this morning. You don't have to say yes. You don't have to say you're sorry. You don't have to answer the text. You don't have to answer the phone call. You are not obligated to anyone but yourself first. This is what I wrote in mine. Give what is of need. Give somebody what is of need. The Bible it has woven this thought and this principle of helping each other, being in community with one another, right? Having business together, eating together, sharing your space with one another, going to each other's houses to praise, to worship, to talk, to eat, to laugh, to all the things, sharing each other's space, being community. But it doesn't give the example of us prospering as people by overextending or doing too much, for lack of a better term. Keep what is yours to yourself. Share what is in excess with others. That's it. Go about your business. Si nadie te ha dicho hoy, este día que te estoy hablando a ti mismo, if nobody has told you today, I love you. And I love me, child. Because listen, life be lifing out here. But get what? We are going to prosper regardless. Catch you on the flip side. Bye.